When you are working with Azure Storage, one of the foundational ways to authorize requests is through the storage account shared key. While newer and more secure options like Microsoft Entra ID are recommended for most scenarios, it's still important for you to understand how the shared key works, especially for compatibility or legacy use cases. At the core, a shared key is a way to authorize access to your Azure Storage account by using your account access keys. Every Azure Storage account is provisioned with two 512-bit access keys, and these keys allow full control over all data and services in that account. When you or a client make a REST API call, the shared key generates a signature based on a hash of the request details, like HTTP method, headers, and resource path, and includes this signature in the authorization header of the request. Azure validates this signature using the corresponding key. If the signature is valid, access is granted. You will typically use shared key authorization in scenarios where you're managing your own authentication logic. You need to interact directly with Azure REST APIs. You're using classic applications or tools that don't yet support modern identity solutions. You're building quick scripts or automation where simple, full access keys are acceptable. However, remember, anyone with access to the key can do everything you can do with that account. That makes shared key powerful but risky if not handled securely. When you're using the shared key method, you need to be extremely cautious. Treat your access keys like passwords. If someone gets hold of them, they have complete access to your storage account. Rotate your keys regularly. Since you get two keys, you can regenerate one while still using the other without disrupting service. Avoid hard-coding keys in code or scripts. Use environment variables, secure vaults like Azure Key Vault or Azure Managed Identity where possible. Use HTTPS for all requests to prevent key interception during transmission. Azure provides two keys per storage account for a reason. You can perform safe key rotation. Here's how. Monitor which key is actively in use. Begin using the secondary key while regenerating the primary one. Once rotated, swap usage back if needed. This ensures uninterrupted access while keeping your keys fresh and secure. As tempting as it might be to stick with shared key for its simplicity, you should avoid using it in production when you're dealing with external clients or third-party apps. You need fine-grained access control. You want better audit trails and accountability. Your security team mandates identity-based access. In these cases, consider switching to shared access signatures or even better, Microsoft Entra ID with role-based access control. Let's get on the portal and check the shared access key in action. You can view the shared access keys for each Azure Storage account by navigating to Security plus Networking and then Access Keys in the Azure portal as shown. You always receive two access keys, Key 1 and Key 2. This dual key system allows you to rotate keys safely without downtime. You can update applications to use one key while you regenerate the other. Each key also has an associated connection string, which packages the key with endpoint info for easy configuration in client apps. You can rotate each key individually. There's a rotate key option for both Key 1 and Key 2. This helps minimize risk in case a key is compromised. You cannot disable access key generation completely. The access keys are a fundamental feature of the storage account. However, to reduce risk, use Azure Key Vault to securely store and access your keys and avoid using access keys in production. Instead, prefer Microsoft Entra ID with Arba key or shared access signatures for scoped and time-limited access. Under the configuration section in settings, you will find the option labeled Allow Storage Account Key Access. This setting controls whether shared key authentication is permitted for the storage account. When enabled, this setting allows users and applications to access storage resources using the account access keys, key 1 and key 2. This includes authenticating via connection strings using shared key and REST APIs using shared key authorization. When disabled, Azure blocks all access attempts using shared key authentication. Only Microsoft Entra ID-based access will work. So, what's your key takeaways? The storage account shared key gives you fast full access to everything in your storage account. But with that power comes risk. You should only use it when required, with secure coding practices, and with a clear key management process in place. When possible, transition to modern alternatives like Microsoft Entra ID or SaaS with stored access policies for better security and control.